Alright, what is up guys? Today I'm going to be trying out the tower mode or the crusade mode, whichever you want to call it, in Anime Switch. And I'm going to be trying it with my boy Tanjiro. Obviously I've got my about level 75 now. Gonna try for wave 20 this video, and then obviously if we get any further I'll make another part of it. So let's hit a like goal if you want to do that. Let's say 50, that'd be pretty cool. But yeah, anyways, the first waves are just going to be the beginner ones, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be quite easy for us as seen in the video. Got it on 2x speed so you're not here for years, and we are doing pretty good. Now what I will say is that I've got a couple mystics, but I'm pretty sure the ones that I have got are the bad ones, so I don't really see the point in leveling them up, because, or at least the abilities that I've used them, they don't seem that good compared to this guy. So there is always a chance in the majority of games that some of the lower rarity units are better than the higher rarity ones, and I might just have one of those units, and I might have just got unlucky with the ones that I went for, because I have an idea from what people have been saying on the Discord on which ones are good now, but that was before I bought these guys. So probably gonna hold off onto leveling them until I get the good ones, but there definitely is better characters you can use other than this. It's just I've not seen them. But yeah, for the crusade mode, I'm not exactly sure if this is the best for XP or not, because there's been quite a debate on what part of this game is actually for endgame. And I've done a couple of stories, couple on Nightmare. They're quite difficult to do, they take quite a bit of time. Sure, you get gems from them, but it's only from the first completion. So I don't really know, gems wise probably infinite mode, or this, XP probably the same. I'm pretty sure, could be wrong on this, I'm quite certain that it did get nerfed, crusade mode, the tower mode, whatever you want to call it, endless mode. Not sure, since it's not a leaderboard, I don't know how far you can go, or if there's a certain limit, because obviously when you get to a certain floor, all the story mode bosses are going to be completed, so maybe it's an infinite thing where you get more than one, or it gets more difficult with more HP. I'm not too sure. And as for the incentives that you get for doing it, I'm not actually sure there is any at the moment, but hopefully we can expect to see some in the future, because it did only release last weekend, and it's, you know, it's still doing pretty good for the amount of content it has. It's not too bad at all. I'd say for the gems, they're not necessarily easy to get compared to other games, but I suppose it's also a good thing, because you don't want everybody getting maxing out on the best units in the first week of the game or the first couple of days of the game, because that would just kind of be pointless, because that's what you see in most games. Then people just get bored and then they're waiting for updates constantly. But I suppose if they stretch it out like they are doing, then they can leave more time for the updates to take longer, because people are still getting the units. So it is a smart idea, and it makes the grind feel more rewarding when you actually get them. So that is pretty cool. Although what I am also curious on, because this video is just me being confused about the game, is I'm pretty sure they said the max level on a unit was level 300. Yeah, I've got this guy level 75 at the moment. It's been my main unit, and obviously it's getting quite difficult to level up now because it upscales per level as any game. But 75 out of 300, it's not even a third of the way there. It's about a fourth, so I'm not exactly sure what the best methods for XP is, or whether like they expect you to get that high, because usually in most games you get the highest level on release is like quite low, so then you're able to just constantly add it every update a couple of levels, just so you can constantly get better. But this game seems like they've just thrown you in the deep end, or the shallow end I should say, and then you just work with what you got. So it's an interesting take. But as you can see, you're on wave 14, the Attack on Titan map, which I really did enjoy the story, by the way. If you guys haven't got there yet, they have some really cool models. You know, I'm not one for anime myself personally, but these do look very cool, and you know, they are representative of what they show in the anime, so I've seen certain shots here and there, so you know, that is pretty cool. And the only issue I'd say with the majority of these bosses is that they're kind of all the same. They don't hit that much unless you go in nightmare mode and you can't heal. They are kind of the same. I mean, obviously it can't be exactly a dungeon crawler, because then that would be a completely different game, and I'm not sure how they do it with how the units work. It's not exactly a bad thing because then you can get patterns going, but it is definitely something they could consider changing in the future to make the game a little bit more flexible on patterns and stuff. But no, it is pretty good. The maps are cool, even all the mobs are pretty cool. The units are cool with all the different abilities. You can see they've not just rushed them, they've actually spent time on making them, which is more than you could say for most games. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the updates on this game. It looks like we're going to get Wave 20 on this easily. Video's kind of just been a rant more than a, more than a gameplay video, but I thought instead of just having the music on in the background, I'd try and at least speak to you guys, get a conversation going. Because why not? Just makes the video a bit more lively. But yeah, Wave 17 right now, floor 17 I should say. Try and switch in between the units, but they're just not doing any damage. Granted, that's because they are low level, and I probably should go to the low levels when I do actually get the ones I need. But as for tier lists, don't even know all the units in the game, to be honest, so probably not going to make one of those for a while. But it looks like we're about to get Wave 20, so let's say 75 likes, yeah, 75, and I'll make a part 2. So, it could happen, it might not, I guess we'll never know, but, appreciate it watching regardless. Sub if you enjoyed, and don't if you don't, but that's me up. Peace.